If you were to go on the internet and type in bed bugs, I don't know how many of you have done that. I mean, you like get hundreds of sites, and I mean, it's a traffic jam on the internet. So sometimes it helps to step back and go back to the rudimentary things that we know and compare notes. Most often discovered in bed also hides in cracks and crevices behind the baseboards and other areas. And that's usually where most of the time you'll find them. You find them behind pictures, you find them in cracks and crevices in the baseboards, in furniture. I've seen them in the headboards, even in the metal headboards. This one facility I was telling you about, they had a hospital bed, and I could see the bed bugs crawling out of the holes where the equipment plugs into. So there were bed bugs crawling out of that. So they do infest hospital beds, and they can infest those types of areas. The adult bed bugs are approximate, just a little bit shy of 1/4 of an inch. The adults are. They're flat, and they're reminiscent of apple seeds. They have that similar shape as you can see here. They're brown in color, obviously, and that comes from the blood. And they're nocturnal. Most activity with bed bugs occurs after 12 a.m. So if you were going to do some inspections in patients' rooms, if the nursing, the healthcare workers were going to do some work and to see if there was a potential infestation, that probably would be a good time to think about looking in there. 70% of the time they'll be around the bed or on the bed. Another 20% of the time they'll be around the nightstands, around the picture frame, somewhere around the head of the bed. So 90% of the time they're within the general vicinity of the bed. Now they must feed on blood. Both the males and females feed on blood. They're like fleas. Both male and female fleas feed on blood. That's their source of nourishment. And then the female also needs the protein for egg development. There has been no verification that they cause diseases. I can't emphasize that enough. You'll read it on the internet. You'll read it in different articles. But to the best of our knowledge, there's no health risk with respect to that. There's potential for skin irritation. There's a potential for secondary infection through scratching and bites, some sleep disturbance. That's very, very possible. Infestations have steadily increased over the past 10 years, and that is true. They have increased dramatically. I will venture to say that they will continue to increase.